Hi, I'm Rupha Ramani, and you're watching the Cup of Dreams here on Firstpost. And if you're joining in now, what an amazing night it has been for Afghanistan. The news from Chennai, from the Chepauk Stadium, is that Afghanistan have won their second World Cup match in ODIs, and what an incredible moment it's been. This is for the first time that they've won two matches in an ODI World Cup tournament, beating Pakistan. What a fantastic match that was. What a fantastic moment for this particular country who have come in as underdogs, not much expected, a lot of inexperience and a lot of youngsters in that group. Very few of them really having the experience to have played a lot outside the country. A lot of them played a lot of T20 cricket. A lot of them have played outside in leagues, but clearly that's no match for playing a long format like the ODI format. We obviously kept talking about how they weren't able to pace themselves in an ODI format. They didn't have the batting depth to take them through 50 overs. There were a lot of talk of how they would probably not even register a win, but they started off with an upset victory over England in Delhi. It was the bowling unit that really stood up and delivered on that occasion. The spinners really closing out that amazing victory for Afghanistan. But this time it was a very calm, mature, and a sensible batting display from not just one, two, three, four batters. And four batters who really haven't played a lot of cricket, at least not as much as in comparison to their counterparts today, Pakistan. We all expected an intense battle to take place in Chennai. I think everyone was gearing up for a wonderful contest. We knew it would be a good contest, but again, the way Afghanistan held its nerve, you've got to give credit to a lot of key personnel there who were responsible in pulling off this amazing victory that they will remember for months and years to come. In fact, the pictures, if I have to just describe to you the pictures right after that win, the entire dressing room was huddled together in the dugout. The rest of the players there were huddled together in the dugout, just waiting to run onto the field as soon as those winning runs would be hit. And just to see Rashid Khan with the flag, with the Afghanistan national flag, and all of them taking that round and sort of appreciating the crowd there. The fans would come in huge numbers to cheer for them. They love a lot of their players there, particularly someone like Rashid Khan. So there's always a lot of love for Afghanistan in India, whichever stadium they go to, more so in Chennai. And they were going the rounds, walking across the stadium there, thanking all the fans. What an incredible moment it was. And it was something that I'm sure that they will always live to remember for years to come. If I had to just go through the match itself to tell you how that transpired and how that went through, I think the start for the first innings when Pakistan batted and decided and only ended up making a 282 runs there, 283, setting a target of 283 for Afghanistan. The star performer for Afghanistan was none other than Noor Ahmed. Now, I've seen a bit of Noor Ahmed in the Gujarat Titans setup. The first season, he didn't get a game, but he really wasn't disheartened. He was there. He came to every practice session. He would try and talk to everybody, learn a lot from everyone. His biggest mentor has always been Rashid Khan, the senior most member of the Afghanistan national side. And he used to keep hanging out with everybody there, rubbing shoulders with some of the best in the business, and he would just keep talking to everyone there and just learning the ropes. Noor Ahmed made his debut then for Gujarat Titans in the second season, had a fantastic campaign for Gujarat Titans, keeping a lot of people out to get his way in because he really made that count. And that's what he did today too, when he got a game, when he got into the playing 11. 3 for 49 for his 10 overs and taking out key wickets of Abdullah Shafiq, who was looking really dangerous at 58. The key wicket of Babar Azam, who had scored 74. And Mohammad Rizwan. These are three very, very strong batters that Noor Ahmed dismissed. And what a key performance by him in that first innings to restrict them to 282. And 282, though, however, a target in Chennai, you would know that you would think that this would be a very daunting target in Chepauk for sure. So when Afghanistan did come out to bat, there was a lot of, even then, Pakistan, you would consider Pakistan still being in the game, considering the kind of experience they have, considering the pedigree that they come with. But the way the openers went about the business, Rahmanullah Gurbaz with his 65, Ibrahim Zadran, a very, very solid knock of 87, and really putting their heads down to give that impetus at the start. I think that opening partnership really deflated Pakistan. Any sort of a partnership like this kind, when you're chasing down a target, really can put the brakes and can upset the rhythm of the opposition that is trying to make inroads. And I think a lot of one of the key aspects of that partnership was not just the big hits. They hit in total, the two openers hit 19 boundaries and a single six. I think the key in that partnership was the way they kept rotating the strike. They kept getting those ones and twos, which was crucial to keep putting the pressure on the fielding side, to keep the runs ticking, to keep the run rate on a decent ask so that they didn't go beyond a certain limit, which would put them under pressure in turn. So there was a really calculated, careful, and very mature performance by the Afghanistan batters who showed experience, who showed maturity way beyond the sense of experience that they have already carried into this particular tournament. And then, if that was part one and phase one of a very successful run chase, and again, the second important aspect that got them to victory, the third and possibly the most important key partnership or key performance that really sealed the win for Afghanistan and sealed this historic win for Afghanistan was the partnership between Rahmat Shah and the captain, Hashmatullah Shahidi. What a mature knock by someone like Rahmat Shah. I mean, it says 77 of 84 deliveries, 5 fours, 2 sixes. Seems like such a good, decent knock. But what it doesn't tell you is how he really paced himself so maturely, how he paced himself even when the run rate wasn't that massive. It was a runner ball. They could have put the impetus on, struck a few boundaries, gone for the kill, tried to win it and close it out as soon as possible because they were both looking really good. But this is the thing, you talk about how MS Dhoni keeps saying that the pressure is always on the bowling side when you push the match right till the end while you're chasing. When you're the batting side, you keep pushing it right till the end. You keep pacing yourself. You hit the occasional boundary, but you are always there in the game when you keep taking those ones and twos and you're in it. You're in the game and you're going on pushing it till the very end. And that's when the pressure automatically falls onto the bowling side. And that's what they displayed. The kind of strokes they hit, the kind of shots they picked. Very, very sensible, nothing fancy, no shot to glory, no shots to try and hit that glorious winning shot, except for that six. But that was such a wonderfully well struck six just before they hit the winning runs. The skipper rightfully and poetically hitting the winning runs for Afghanistan. What a wonderful, wonderful match this is. And if you are a cricket fan, you would love these kind of moments. This is the sort of moments that you live for, you watch cricket for, you watch any sport for. And you have to applaud a team like Afghanistan. When we spoke to Gary Kirsten, former Indian cricket coach, who was part of that 2011 fantastic historic World Cup victory for India, saying that you will expect a couple of these sides, Netherlands included, to create a few upsets, and this is exactly what they've done. The most disappointing aspect of this win, of course, is about Pakistan. You always know a side like Pakistan will turn up with some scintillating performances on one day and some very disappointing ones on another day, and this was one of those matches. This is one of those days when you really, really felt Pakistan didn't know what was happening. They had a few good performances, like we mentioned. You had Shadab Khan really putting in the effort towards the end, his 40 runs, his cameo, Shadab and Iftikhar's cameo of 40 runs each, really giving that impetus to Pakistan at the start. But after that, really, no, nothing. They didn't have any sort of a creativity, any sort of inroads. They couldn't do anything to that very, very strong Afghanistan batting display on the day. 4 incredible knocks that took them home one after the other. And really, no inspired performances at all from any of the bowlers there, whether it was Shaheen Shah Afridi, Hassan Ali, Haris Rauf, Usama Mir, Shadab Khan, Iftikhar Ahmed, all really coming in and not showing much for the kind of efforts that they put in on the day. They would be really, really disappointed by this match, by the effort, by the outcome of this match. Not something that they would be too happy about, but this is what the points table then looks like after this particular victory by Afghanistan. They're now in the 6th position with 4 points, tied with Pakistan, 5th and 6th. That the top 4 don't change. Really strange that a team like England finds itself, the defending champions find themselves at the number 10th position. So yes, that's what is the update from Chepauk here at the Cricket World Cup. Afghanistan creating a stunning upset victory at the Cricket World Cup, beating Pakistan by 8 wickets with 6 balls still remaining, and of course, sanity. You could sense even in those last few moments when you knew the inevitable was almost there, Pakistan was out, Afghanistan was going to close out a stunning, unbelievable victory. You still saw Jonathan Trott, their head coach, not cracking a smile, head down, still observing every single delivery like it was very much match on. Really nice visuals, very heartwarming visuals. Everyone there, Ajay Jadeja, who's also part of the support coaching staff there, all of them really reveling in this amazing victory. And I'm sure it is sweet, and they would obviously look up, enjoy this moment, and not think of what the next game or what the next day is going to bring. This is a moment they need to savor. They need to enjoy, remember, cherish, relive for years to come. And that's exactly what they'd be doing today when they head back after the win, after everything winds down. They would still be waiting for all of this to soak in. I'm sure it's been quite a campaign. What a turnaround campaign for the side. And that's what this World Cup is really proving to be about. The surprise packages, the surprise records, the surprise performances that you really didn't think would be coming from these particular quarters. They really surprised everyone, pleasantly surprised everyone by such performances. So this is what is coming up next for these two teams who were on display today, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Pakistan play their next encounter. It's a difficult one. It's a challenging one. They play their next match against South Africa. That's going to be a must win for Pakistan. That's happening in Chennai on the 27th of October. That's a Friday, and it's a blockbuster match for sure. Afghanistan, where do they head next? Right after this game, Afghanistan will take on Sri Lanka, and they will fancy their chances against Sri Lanka, whom they performed well against in the Asia Cup. So that's going to be quite a decider. It's going to be a key match, that, because what happens in this match could prove to be critical for the way every other team will start doing their calculations on what they need to do to seal their position in the top 4. So that's going to be a key clash, not just for them, for Afghanistan particularly, but for other teams also who are sort of watching where the points stack up and how the points table starts shaping up as we approach the second half towards the end of this World Cup. So Afghanistan was the Sri Lanka. That's happening in Pune on the 30th of October. That's an afternoon game. And what a cracker match that would be as well, because a lot of eyes will be on these two matches. So that's the news. Then that's the update that we have for you. We had to speak about this particular match. What an entertaining event and what an entertaining encounter this proved to be. But for all of you, thanks so much for joining in if you did. And do continue watching all our coverage here of the Cup of Dreams here on Firstpost. And as always, I'll keep meeting you on First Sports every day at 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. For now, though, of course, bye-bye and good night.